Welcome back to the channel. Bet you can't guess where I am, right? Back in Gibraltar again in a little emergency mission for work. Guess what the rental car gave me to get here? Look at this thing. Not only does this car question my sexuality, but when you turn the air conditioning on, you just can't get up hills. It just doesn't go. Come on! Come on! Also, the gearbox is like, I don't know, stirring paint with a screwdriver or something like that. Anyway, summer is coming at least. You can feel it. It's a lot warmer than a month ago, that's for sure. I've been working in Gibraltar all week, and I've just driven a couple of hours up the coast of Spain to meet another sailing channel actually. I think she's from Paris in France and he's from Canada, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm really excited to go and see those guys. It's been a nice drive up. I've just stopped now at a nice golf resort. Won't see much of it though, I'm just stopping overnight and then we'll see where I end up tomorrow. In case you're wondering why my nose is all red and everything, it's the result of falling asleep on a sunbed in Abu Dhabi with no sunscreen on, so that's why. Let's go and meet them on the boat. So I walked out of the hotel and there was a little Porsche exhibition going on outside. At this point I was probably thinking, yeah, if I didn't own a boat, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't swap it for the world. Just walking down to the port now. It's pretty exciting because I've never done this kind of thing before. It's kind of feeling that you might get of meeting celebrities, you know, you see someone on the screen for ages and then you suddenly turn up and there they are and you've never met them before. It's kind of surreal, but pretty cool at the same time. So I've arrived at the marina and just got to find them now. Are you focused on me? Maybe. I wonder if I'm even in the right marina. I walked the wrong way first of all. I went down there. Maybe that still was the right place, I don't know. This seems like it's got more yachts over here though, so super exciting to see this boat. Immediately when I get into the marina, you know, my heart rate starts to rise and it's super exciting to just be around boats. It's just the way I am, at least. There she is, just sticking her nose out the front of the boats there, so let's go and say hello. So guys, you probably already noticed I was having some serious audio issues that day and I had to fix the microphone later on, but I didn't know when I was filming with Ryan and Sophie, so unfortunately I've tried to fix the video the best I can with the audio, but yeah, technical problems. If it gets too bad for you, just skip to 10 minutes, but don't worry, in the future I do plan to spend more time and more effort on these videos, but at the moment life is just a bit crazy. Polar seal with Ryan and Sophie. Oh, shall I take my shoes off or?
No, you're good.
Cool. Hey, look at this. I recognize the hat and the plants and everything from the videos. Yeah.
So this is the
den.
This is the living room, the den, the study, the office, the kitchen.
I love this actually with the galley because you've got like a garage there.
Yeah.
Behind.
It's really nice. I can show you that before we leave.
Before, this was a cooling box.
Yeah.
And it was everything but cool. So I would like raise dough in there because it was so moist and warm. But this year we get it transformed into a fridge. So now we have 2 fridges. Ta-da!
That's awesome. That's a massive fridge as well you got down there.
I know. This galley is the
best. It just sucks because when you open that, we just put these temperature sensor things in.
Yeah.
And so what we've noticed is, we've been told by people, when you open those types of fridges, like the cold air just escapes, and we can see it. Like you open it just for like 10
just
seconds,
goes down,
and the temperature just.
But this is so much more practical than this. This fridge is so much easier to work with.
I think we're gonna have a fridge like that. It's top opening and bottom opening. So we've got to kind of manage it. Yeah.
That's the best of both worlds. And this is the infamous extra plug. that we got.
Oh, that's the new.
That's the new plug.
awesome.
I saw it, and like it's so funny because when we got back into the boat, I was filming. I was like, oh, it's so nice to be back, and blah blah blah. And so I was looking at everything that's going. I'm like, oh my god, Ryan, look at this! There's a new plug. It's so great. And Ryan is like, yeah, but that's not where I wanted it. I'm like, I don't care. It's so great.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, this is.
Let's give you an exclusive look at the.
This is one thing to keep in mind when you guys go. We bought this electric hob.
Oh, Ryan was
Yeah.
so
And I
against.
didn't
Oh,
want
the induction hob is
Yeah.
it or what? Yeah.
And the thing is when you start coming down here, the gas becomes harder and harder to get the bottles, and so we don't even have our gas tank connected right now. We've just been using that for a
Ryan and I fought over getting one of those.
Yeah, we did.
Ryan was like, no, we're not getting one, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well...
Yeah, but with the lithium batteries, you know, that you can draw from them like so much power, right?
That was my phone call I was just having.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? So, and the other
But
thing
yeah,
is...
you can't. We actually ran our water heater from the Lithium the other day.
Yeah.
Mike was laughing because he's like, dude, the first thing you should not do, like you should test small and go big.
Yeah.
He's like, how much current were you drawing? I was like, we're pulling 124 amps. He's like, fuck, dude, that's a lot of power going through this. Like, yeah, man, but it worked. It worked.
Yeah.
So we're running like a 2,000 watt water heater.
Jesus Christ, yeah. That's a lot.
They can handle a lot. I think each battery can discharge 100 amps. So we can do 400 amps.
Even the cables are going to start burning up at that, right?
Like inverter.
Oh, no, you don't want to run 400 amps at once.
No, that's like dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, yeah, and so the other thing with our induction stove is that, well, production boats are like kind of glued together, you know?
Yeah.
And to install the arch, we had to access the aft locker, which typically is our gas locker.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So the gas locker had to be dismantled, and it's right here as we speak. So we have no gas. So now our induction stove is the only way that we can.
But it works.
Yeah.
Cook.
This is really awesome when we're underway because you're really secure back there.
Yeah, you can just lean back and whatever. If it rolls, then you're quite secure.
And even that, you know, like for one day that we spend at sea, we were going to spend a week at Anchorage or in a marina. So, and for that week, you want to have a good amount of space to cook or to bake. Like, you want to have a life.
Yeah.
And it's just really nice to have all this, like,
What
space.
this boat doesn't have is handrails, and I don't like that because, well, you've now done some sailing, I guess, but when you
when you're going forward and I mean,
like when you get across Biscay and the Atlantic, you do get in. I mean, 2 meter waves are like standard.
Yeah,
right?
it's like it's
So-
a little hard. Like
so
when you're here,
everything's just kind of the boat's.
especially like where you are. Like where you are, you have
Such a bad spot.
no place to like
Usually
really
underway,
grab.
we sleep here. 'Cause
Yeah,
you can tuck yourself. We don't even have a leak.
As long as you stay on the same tack, you're all right.
Yeah, sometimes even on the high tack, I'll sleep on this side because the table stops me from flying around.
Yeah.
This settee's a little bit harder. We do sleep on it sometimes.
Yeah.
We don't usually sleep in the beds when we're underway because this one's it's pretty noisy back there.
And it's just that, you know, like when you sleep here, you can also see what's happening in the cockpit and
See
and you're like
if Ryan or one of you starts waving like, help me.
Oh, that happened once.
so that happened.
We were in France and then like 8 a.m. and the French customs, a huge frigate.
Yeah.
It was like 4 meters off our stern. Came up to us and I was like, and Sophie was down here sleeping and I was like, fuck, and they kept looking and they came behind and then pretty soon Christian was like, we're getting bored. And so I was like, Sophie, she's like, yeah, like you may want to come up here. By the time she came up, I was on the radio with them, and they were asking all kinds of. They didn't board us, but they asked a bunch of questions, and Sophie was just like, Jesus, because she could have just spoke French with them. And I was struggling with the French, and they were struggling.
And laughing. It was like, this is hilarious.
They were trying the English. It was just like a what?
What is the name of your vessel?
Where are you going? I was like,
my God.
what are you saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I like the Crocs as well. Everyone's got to have some Crocs.
Oh my God!
I'm
like,
even gonna
you
buy
are not
some.
a cruiser if you do not have Crocs. You're a false one if you do
Just
not
don't even
own a
go
pair
there.
of Crocs. Exactly.
Even our old marina guy, Magnus, he's like a hardcore like Harley guy.
Yeah.
Just walks around in Crocs all day.
Yeah, they're
No,
awesome.
I mean, I swore that at the at no point in my life someone was going to be like watching me wearing Crocs.
Yeah.
And then we moved on the boat.
Yeah. All right. Let's get some food then. But
let's go get some pie.
Yeah. That's Ryan and Sophie on Polar Seal. So.
Yeah.
Good to be here. Really great to meet you guys. That's for sure.
That's great. Yeah.
That was super awesome, actually. Really nice people. And yeah, just went out for a meal, had a beer. Nice casual night talking about boats and life and stuff. So yeah, just about to head to the hotel now and get some sleep and then decide what I want to do for the rest of the weekend. Good times. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this already, but our long-term goal is to start cruising and sailing around the world. But at the moment, financially, as we've just bought a new boat as well, it's not really possible. So that's a really a long-term goal. But I'm super interested in learning all that I can from different people and investigating new products and things to put on the boat ready for when we go. But I think looking at the future now, it's looking like at least 5 or 6 years away. We'll see what we can do in the meantime financially about that, but what I plan for the channel is actually to show you a lot of the Stockholm archipelago and show you different places and maybe provide some information for people to start cruising in the Stockholm archipelago, because I know when I first got to Stockholm it was really difficult to find information and to meet different people on boats. I think it would be a really nice way for people to find out the information, you know, where to go, how to get things done really. So we'll see what happens in that regard. We used to have our boat in a yacht club in Poole. It was called Cobb's Quay. And every night everyone used to gather together in the clubhouse, you know, have a few drinks, meet some people. It doesn't seem to be quite like that in Sweden. Everyone just kind of does their own thing and, you know, they make their own friendship groups and that's it. I don't mean to put down the Swedish people for that, but I think it's just a different culture, a different way of boating. Or so I've headed west back down the Spanish coast today to Fungarola again, and I'm just going to spend the weekend here. Thanks so much to Ryan and Sophie last night for hosting me and for a great meetup, you know, surprise surprise. We talked a lot about boats, a lot about cruising down here and the ups and downs and, you know, crew, what to look out for. But the thing that I was most taken in by was Ryan said, you know, on the way down there was so much that he had to do work-wise, and he's got so many different projects on the go that he felt that he didn't get all of the experience out of the sailing itself and the actual traveling and everything. So it kind of brought home the fact that, you know, you just can't take on too much at the same time, and if you're trying to work and trying to cruise at the same time, and I really need to think about that balance, at least in my opinion anyway. There's no point in cruising and then ending up trying to work 60 hours a week just to earn a little bit of money so you can carry on cruising. You need to make a good balance out of it, which I think they are, you know. I mean, they Ryan and Sophie seem to be kind of enjoying it and learning a bit about themselves and what works and what doesn't work, and I really learned a lot from them. So thanks Ryan and Sophie for that. It was a really nice night, and yeah, really cool to hook up with a YouTube channel. Gonna head back to Gibraltar tomorrow night, but I'm just enjoying the Spanish sun at the moment. And then next week we'll be in Ghana, so I might show a little bit of Ghana, I'm not sure. Not so much to do with sailing, but it's along the traveling subjects. Tanya's at home, still in the cold, working on some boat stuff, working on our website as well. Really missing Tanya at the moment, but when you're traveling you got to make the most of it, you know. So traveling around, doing things, enjoying what I can, and then meet up with some colleagues in Ghana next week, so looking forward to that. So there's a lot on at the moment. It's all going to be jam-packed, and then, you know, I get back on, I think it's April the 7th, and then we leave to pick up the boat on something like April the 20th and go and meet my dad and Tanya's mom over there, and we go and pick up the boat. I'm thinking about whether I trust my own skills in sailing the boat back now. To tell you the truth, the only big boat sailing experience I've had in recent years has been the Croatia trip that I did last October. My dad's coming with me. He's built 3 boats in his lifetime. He started off with a Newbridge Navigator. I think that's about 18 feet, and then he went on to build a Hunter Horizon 23, built by North Shore, I think. The last boat he built was Christel. That was an MGC 27. He would build them from the hull upwards, so it would be the hull and deck bonded, and then just with an engine in. And he built all the mahogany that went inside. They were really nice boats as far as my childhood memory goes, but unfortunately I don't have any pictures of them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to spending that time with my dad also, and it's nice to have someone else experienced on the trip. Not much more to say at the moment. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe if you feel like it. Yeah, see you next time. Thanks for watching.